We just saw They Came Together, and the way that this show works is we review the movie in two parts. The first part is spoiler-free. We talk about whether we liked it or not and whether we recommend it or not. If you want to go see it, go check it out. Don't let us spoil the rest of it, but if you have seen it or don't care to and just want to hear the rest of what we thought, stay on past that point, and we'll talk about spoilers and more plot details and what we thought about the movie. If you like that, like us on... like this video, subscribe, check out the rest of our stuff. So, what did we think of They Came Together? Well, this was a great comedy, a great farce, a great send-up of the romantic comedy formula in general. From the trailers and things like that, you kind of get a bit of an impression of what it's going to be like or what it's going to be about. But the degree to how successful it is pretty amazing. It's not an over the top, all the way type of farce where things are completely ridiculous and completely stupid like throughout. It really does a good job of just being self-referential and making fun of itself all along the way, while consistently raising the ridiculous factor and consistently introducing you to concepts that it then builds on and makes bigger and better. It's great all the way around. The casting is great. The writing is great. If you get the chance to see it, it's not playing in very many theaters, but it is available on demand. So I would say go and check it out. Definitely worth a $6 rental to watch at home. Go see it. That's my review. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I mean, it was a farcical comedy, kind of along the lines of like Airplane, but much more subdued, which I really liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also thought it was a lot of fun. I was thinking more of like Naked Gun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that it fits really well with today's kind of tropes and like comedic things that we think about. I think that there's definitely a lot of people that will like it, and there are people that won't like it too. But people who like that kind of farcical, who are those people who would not like this comedy? Who are you people? Yeah. Don't take your kids though. Don't let your kids watch it. There's some language that definitely they should not be hearing.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was very funny, especially after having watched two other romantic movies today. It was like my brain just came up with its own hilarious version of just what every romantic comedy is. They out and out just explain tropes.
It was really funny.
What do you think, Guy? That it's just all of us?
The blend of all of our traits in one person.
So funny. So many, if you're a comedy fan, so many faces you'll see that you're like, yeah, oh my God, it's that guy. I love him.
Yeah.
It's really, really funny movie. Really, really classic comedy.
Yeah. It's not slapstick.
Comedy.
It's not slapstick. I think it's a good level of humor.
Yeah.
So that's the short version. That's the spoiler-free version. Please don't let us ruin any of the jokes. Please don't let us ruin our favorite parts. Go see it. Check that out. Once you've done that, or if you're looking at this and going, I don't like comedy, I don't like laughing, that kind of stuff is stupid. Entertainment, what's that? I don't like it. Then watch the rest of the video review, and we'll spoil everything for you. You punk.
Why don't you like laughter, you angry person?
So sour.
I hope we see more comedies like this come along. Like, this was really fun. It was a fun genre study. Because I didn't feel at any point did they really hate on romantic comedies too much. You know, like, they had so much fun with it. It was almost like a celebration of this type of comedy.
Didn't it say it was related in some way to Airplane? Like, somebody involved with Airplane was involved with it?
I think so.
Like either the writer
there
or
was a
producer
writer
or
somebody. Yeah, there was somebody. There was something that was connected there.
Yeah. Because it really felt like one of those 80s farces, the Leslie Nielsen style of farce, but not like the subdued nature of like the earlier versions of those, like
Yeah.
the first Airplane movie or the first Naked Gun. And I could see where, like, if they made a sequel of this movie, which would be unnecessary, but they could do it.
They could.
Yeah.
They could start at a zanier level from the beginning because people have the expectation of where things are at. Like, they could kind of start, from halfway where this movie was.
Yeah.
But I really liked that. As I was watching the movie, I was noticing, as we watched, like, the first half, that they were getting jokes, they were getting gags in there that were making fun of romantic comedies that if you didn't know much about romantic comedies, those jokes would probably mostly fly over your head.
Right.
Like She's the Klutzy Girl.
Yep.
And they do that for like 10 minutes and then they completely drop that.
Yeah, and she's never klutzy
Unless
again.
they feel like having her destroy a room while they're making it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even down to the fact that she owns a candy store in
Yeah.
New York. It's the job that doesn't exist.
Right.
And I did like, there's a gag in the movie where a guy dressed as a superhero shits himself. And I thought it was such a good send-up of that gross-out type of humor that they'll drop in rom-coms
Yeah.
sometimes for some reason.
But-
and even the characters themselves in the movie, like, say later on, I was like, is that the same guy that shit himself? Because they just never bring it up again.
Yeah.
That was Christopher Maloney, right? He was the one playing the guy.
Yeah.
Which was amazing.
And it was wonderful that all of that was like an off-screen gag.
Yeah.
Whereas any other movie that came out in the last 10 years would have had him doing the Dumb and Dumber move or doing...
Yeah.
They would have shown it. They would have had to do that. They had to
Linger
go
on
there.
his face as it
Yeah.
sweats. Yeah, this movie was never really that gross or anything.
No.
It was a more intelligent level of humor for the most part, I feel like.
much
Especially
so.
the way that they would vary up the gags. Just sometimes the payoff would just be this thing happening in the background or that amazing repetition gag.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can say that again.
Yeah,
You can
I know
say
you
that
said.
again. Yeah.
Dale said earlier that Bill Hader kind of stole the show for him. Jason Mantzoukas ran away with it for me from the moment he
gosh.
like fell out of the window. He plays Paul Rudd, best friend, and he's just like a total idiot.
He's
and it's
so
so
funny.
good.
Yeah.
He's just so chipper.
Yeah,
and
chipper
so funny.
throughout the whole thing. So many good performances, though. Like we said earlier, like everybody, if you're into comedy, everybody who's everybody like shows up at some point.
Yeah.
But it never feels hammy. It's winky when it needs to be winky.
Yeah.
But not too much. That's another thing. I liked all the weird side gags. Like the one point where Amy Poehler like stares right at the camera.
Yeah.
There's another point where Paul Rudd like puts his whole mouth over the top of a wine
Yeah.
glass, but it's just like real quick and to the side. And there's so much of that in this movie.
He's just like, anyway.
yeah.
Yeah. Did everybody see the guy get shot in the face?
Yep.
Oh my God. Like, I was like, what is happening?
So it really rewards you for paying.
There were lots of stuff
attention.
like that.
Yeah.
When they were destroying the apartment, like when they were making out the first time they went over to...
Knocking over all those shelves.
Did you see the labels on the shelf?
Yep.
There was a shelf they knocked over that had like these boxes, like glass boxes of like you're looking at them thinking like, what are these boxes full of? And they're labeled and it says dirt, jacks, and marbles.
You also found the Nazi thing.
Yeah.
The Nazi
Yeah, he was
lapel
wearing the lapel pin.
Yeah.
The dad.
Oh my
Nazi
God.
marble.
Oh, my white daughter. Oh, my little
my
Aryan
God.
And that's
princess.
that's a good example again of how they like kind of lovingly poked fun at that rom-com trope where the parents would be like a different religion, but of course in this they're white supremacists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt it was really good that they did those callbacks and they rested the game on things and I don't know, like there were a lot of Upright Citizens Brigade performers that they were trained like the way that they play that in the film with just like the commitment first of all, and then just the way that they are able to like bring those things back again. Oh my God, there's just so many moments where I was just blown away by the fact that they were doing this thing and then that thing that they they tied it all together.
Yeah, it was very
It just-
Upright Citizens Brigade.
Yeah, I loved it.
It made several of us predisposed to love it.
Down to Amy Poehler's chimney sweep character.
Oh, boy.
Having a cameo.
And the Ben
I can't go out
Franklin.
there now.
Yeah.
Ben Franklin's a
Ben
big thing
Franklin.
too.
Ben Frank, yeah. So
yeah.
if you like the old UCB sketch show and you're familiar with that,
Yeah.
there's a lot of in jokes there too.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd wears a KU shirt.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. With all this weird little things that you're picking out along the way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah, it was killer. Just an amazing comedy, and like a great sense. I mean, everything you could think of as far as like a romantic comedy, they nailed it. I loved all of the like things where she would just stop a conversation and set something up for later in the movie. Like, by the way, if I ever get married and decide to run off,
Oh yeah.
I love that. I love that.
I love that he still went to Boston because
Boston.
that's where he assumed.
Yeah. That was great.
Wait a minute, guys. I know where she might be.
Not here.
All right, I've got another idea.
When they take things very literal, when they answer questions or whatever,
Yeah.
like they say a question.
You can say that
oh my
again.
God,
Yeah. Oh,
God.
that bit killed
The
me.
little
That bit
brother,
was
big
so
brother thing. Come on,
Yeah.
little brother. You know
Yeah.
what, big brother? And then they like get into this weird relationship conflict really quickly, but then they appease it really quickly, and they're like, "What?"
Yeah.
That's the first time I've seen that guy in a movie. The guy that plays Schmidt from New Girl.
Girl.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
remember his name.
Yeah.
I love him.
He was
I
really
love that
good.
guy.
It was
Really
funny.
good.
Judge Judy was the girlfriend.
Oh, so good.
I love that
So
reveal, the Mission Impossible mask ripoff,
Judge Judy?
Yeah.
You bet.
and all of those orgasms were real.
It's definitely a movie I can see myself just throwing on.
Yeah.
Just whenever.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, awesome. Thanks for watching our review. That's They Came Together. If you like this, like the video, please subscribe to us and check out all the written and video reviews at dalemaxfield.com. Thanks.